What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Cebx, and today I'm joined by two of my closest friends, Gmo and Cubert. What's going on?
Not much.
It's going well.
So today we're doing a Would You Rather, a little small video where we all have questions. We haven't told each other the questions. I have three, Garrett has three, and Cubert has three, and we're going to go over them and see what we would rather do. So I think I'll start, right? I think that's the order. So I found this one. This one's kind of funny. Would you rather have no one at your funeral or no one at your wedding?
No one at my wedding.
Garrett?
Funeral.
See, I feel like it's funeral because you wouldn't be there, you know, but then again, it's kind of like the last hurrah of your life. So I almost feel like the amount of people you have at your funeral is almost like a judgment of your character. You know, like
Exactly.
if you're not a good person, then there's not going to be a lot of people at your funeral. So I would almost want no one to be at my wedding, because a wedding is really between two people. It's almost like a contract agreement, you know? So a funeral is like so much more than that. If you don't have anyone at your funeral, then it's kind of a bad look.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. It's basically saying that your life was either worth living or not by the people that can show they care at the end. And do you really care all that much if, you know, at your wedding, you don't have your third cousin half removed?
That's another thing. Like, at your wedding, you're there for, like, the person you're marrying, not all these middle-aged women who are there for just to get free alcohol and cake.
So, Cubert, you would rather have no one at your funeral?
No, no one at my wedding. I don't.
Okay. And then,
Yeah.
Garrett, you would rather have no one at your wedding?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're all in agreement that we'd rather
Yeah.
have no one at our wedding.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, great. So who's next? Who wants to go next?
I can go next.
Okay.
Wait,
Let me
Cubert, you know what
just-
that reminded me of? You know,
What's
in
that?
school, one of the biggest things I hated was when we were all reading out of a book. And Garrett, you remember this too, because you were this asshole I'm about to talk about. There's always that one asshole where you're doing popcorn reading, right? And you're like, okay, you read a sentence, and then you call someone's name out. I don't know why. Gmo's the homie, but every time he would look over, and I'm sitting there giving him the no, like he goes, Christian. Come on, I gotta read, and you know I only read a sentence. The teacher's like, you gotta read more than that. I passed that bitch right back on to Garrett. Garrett with a sideways head tilt, like, yeah, boy.
Send it right back at you.
I'm pretty sure we've had popcorn reading fights in class where it went by like back and forth like 6 times.
Most guaranteed.
Yeah. So go ahead, Cubert.
Okay, so would you rather be fluent in all languages, like on the entire planet, all the languages, or a master of every single musical instrument ever created?
That's an easy one for me. I would want to be fluent at every single language because
Yeah.
music is great, but there's a lot of jobs and a lot of opportunities and a lot of possibilities when you can speak every language. That's limitless in my mind.
Yeah. I mean,
That is.
as a musician myself, I really do like music, but it's just not as worth it as knowing every language, because not only your jobs, but also your personal life is just going to be so much better. You can now travel the entire world without any worries, and most of the music that you'd want to listen to, you can just get on Pandora or pretty much any site, and they're going to be much better than what you could play.
Here's the thing, for me, I am on a lot of buses during the daytime with a lot of people speaking foreign languages, and I have no interest. I mean, if you think about it, you're not gonna, if you know every language, that's not gonna enable you to travel the world or anything. You'd still have to do that by your own means. So I'm thinking, like, I don't want to know what the Indian lady next to me on the bus is saying to her husband. I don't care. So I'm thinking I would go with the instruments, because I'm a musician too, and I have more interest in playing music than listening to old Indian women talk about their problems.
Well, true, but also keep in mind, I'm not going to put your business out there like that, but both me and you know what you do for a living, right? I'm making that sound a lot worse than it is, but he works with computers, okay? Nothing crazy. But see, I feel like in another year or two, you know, you're working really hard. There's promotions out there. What if they say, hey, look, we're going to send you to Thailand's a bad example because I already know you wouldn't want to go there. But, you know, we're going to send you to Thailand because you know how to speak Taiwanese or what the fuck it's called. So now you have this promotion because you can speak every language. Okay, if you didn't have that, great, you could play a mean smoke on the water on the guitar, but that's it.
And I love how the Canadian has the most American attitude here.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. I don't know. I wouldn't, even if I was offered a promotion like that, I don't think I would ever take it because we're in like Western countries, both of us, like all three of us. So it's like, maybe they would do a promotion like that, but my company's probably not ever going to try and send people to Thailand or China or any of those places. So that's not a worry I have. So personally, I still go with the music because I do play a mean Smoke on the Water on guitar, and I would like to be able to play it on the xylophone as well.
Yeah, it's all fun and games though until next week you call me. They're sending me to Thailand. I don't know Chinese. I'm like, hey, well, look, you should have chose the right answer, but good thing you can play Smoke on the Water. Good luck. So Garrett, I think it's your turn.
All right, let's see. Would you rather have a magic carpet or a hoverboard?
Hoverboard.
Magic
Carpets are overplayed. That's almost like saying would you rather have a Corvette or a Bentley? They're both.
No, but you see, the carpet's the classic. That's the one with the culture.
True.
The hoverboard's gonna break down tomorrow. Magic carpet's always
Yeah,
good.
but if I pull up on some bitches, I don't want to be like hop on my carpet. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't sound right.
Girl, I want to take you all over my magic carpet.
No, I can't do that. I can't be on no magic. I need to be a hoverboard. This is the 21st century.
Well, you're forgetting about the genie in the back.
Oh, hey, you didn't mention that. That's unfair.
Does it come with wishes and stuff? Because that would be a game changer.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking Aladdin style magic carpet.
It comes with wishes, but you have to go to Thailand for a year.
You still, with a magic carpet, you look like a fruitcake when you're riding.
Exactly. You can't pull up on someone like, hey, what's up? And you're floating on a magic carpet.
Yes. No one's going to take you seriously.
So Garrett, you're for the magic carpet.
Yeah.
And I'm for the hoverboard, Nick.
Hoverboard.
Okay, and for whoever said that the hoverboard is going to break down, you did not design the hoverboard, so I don't even need to be talking to you right now.
Magnets.
Okay, so it's my turn. So would you rather be able to read people's minds or fly?
Fly.
Read minds.
See, this is like a really conflicting one for me because I always struggle with like wanting to know what people are thinking, and I feel like being able to read minds would make me more paranoid and like it almost make me feel depressed, because some of the closest people if you read their mind may not be on the same track that you think they're on. So I feel like reading someone's mind is really what I want, but I feel like it's not what's best for me. And let's face it, bitches love a guy that can fly. So I may just have to fly.
Here's the thing though, if you can fly, that's great. You can fly and you can go anywhere you want. But if you can read minds, you could get anything you want. It would destroy your fucking social life with like all your close friends and stuff probably. But for getting what you want out of like, say you go into an airport or something and security bugs you, you can be like, oh, you're having trouble with your wife, huh? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, let me help you with that. And then suddenly you get
you're describing a sociopath.
Yes, it would be much more fun for me to be a sociopath than to be able to fly, because you could get like free stuff from people and you could rob a bank just by knowing that the accountant had a problem with
Or
his...
you could just go take it and fly off and they can't catch you.
You can't fly into a vault though.
Well,
fly fast enough.
Rumor has it if you fly hard enough into a vault, you end up in Thailand, but I don't know what it is with Thailand. I don't know. It just cracks me up.
I think Christian has a little obsession.
No, I definitely do not want to go to Thailand. So, Cubert, you want to be a sociopath, and me and Garrett want to fly.
Yep.
All right, have fun with that. Now, whose turn is it?
I think it's mine.
No,
okay, here's...
Went, didn't you?
What? No, Cebx just went.
Okay.
Would you rather be caught cheating or catch your significant other cheating?
Shit.
Okay, I know why you picked that one. I would definitely rather. I'm not a cheater, so I would definitely rather catch somebody cheating because I don't really tolerate dishonesty in my team. You know, if you got a woman, she's automatically in your squad. You know, so I would rather catch that and cut that off than to be caught cheating because I'm not grimy like that.
Yeah, I gotta say the same thing as Seb. It's just so disgusting for you to do that. I don't know if you could really live with yourself after doing that kind of thing, whereas you can just cut them loose if they do it to you.
Yeah, this is a pretty shit question because yeah, to be caught cheating is 100 times worse, like on your own integrity, than to catch someone else cheating.
It just seems like an
So
obvious. It seems like, would you rather cut your arm off or drink lemonade? Like, it doesn't really, like, who sits here and goes, yeah, I want to be caught cheating. That doesn't even make sense.
Then again, no one ever wants to catch their significant other cheating as well. Like,
Right.
no
Well,
one wants
I
that
think
experience.
the main reason is that it's really heartbreaking if you see someone else, right? If that very important person is cheating on you, it feels really bad. Whereas you might be able to justify it to yourself that it's okay if you cheat or it's not as bad, which is probably what they're targeting.
Okay. I think a large part of this question is probably someone with the intent of more or less like, if would you rather find your next door neighbor in bed with your wife, or would you rather, you know, that type of thing. I don't yeah, so I don't think it's like a mutual type of like, oh, you just kind of have the suspicion, you know. I think it's like more or less like, do you actually get caught type thing. So, which I could see some people actually choosing the, you know, cheating option, because that is definitely like, you know, when you're in that moment, it's better to be, some people just don't want to see that, you know. So I can understand that on an emotional side.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Garrett's turn next.
All right. Since we keep on going back to Asia, would you rather be a ninja or a samurai?
I am a ninja. That's kind of what I've been bred to do. I'm sneaky. That's my job. So I'm a ninja.
I would say samurai. I would just want to be out there and just fuck shit up and ruin lives. That'd be amazing.
Exactly.
But
because I think the thing you don't realize, Christian, is that samurais, you basically get, you're a god there, right? You get this massive plot of land and you can do whatever you want. As a ninja, you have to be hiding at all times and can't really have a life, right? You can't be driving that nice Mercedes-Benz you always want.
Garrett and Kubert, my biggest question to you right now. You both want to be samurais, right?
Yep.
Okay, my question is, can you see me? No, moving on. I'm a ninja. You can't even see me, so there's no comment on it. You just can't see me.
We got a whole army behind us, though.
Okay, where am I, though?
That's how
Tiptoe. I'm in the rafters.
Okay, so while you're, running away, we got our...
I'm not running away. I just... Oh, I just took out your man on the back line. What are you doing? I just took out your man on the back line while you guys are talking.
You're taking down entire countries and knocking down Great Walls of China.
One battle at a time, God damn it. Wars are not won from winning wars. They're won from winning small battles. So I just killed the guy in the back, the drummer boy, and I'm running. Like, this is a civil war. I don't even know why there's a drummer man in a samurai war. Just leave me alone. Okay. So 2 samurais, 1 ninja.
Yeah.
That's not a porno. So whose turn is it now?
Garrett, I think.
No, I just want...
Oh, it's my turn.
Oh.
Okay, since we're going back to Thailand, I didn't pick this, but I picked this after or before the whole Thailand debacle, so this is actually just relevant. Would you rather stay in a 5-star prison for the rest of your life, or live in the richest part of the world for the rest of your life?
What is?
Or am I poor in the richest part?
Wait, explain to me what a 5-star prison is.
5-star
assuming it's
prison
basically a
is
hotel
like
where you can't leave.
a 5-star prison is for celebrities. It's just it's a hotel room, internet, computer, TV, bathroom, food.
That, no matter what though, like even a shitty apartment's gonna be better than that because at least you have the freedom to leave.
You're right.
I
You're
would-
right.
I would
Actually, you
pick
shocked
the
me. I thought
nicest-
you were gonna say 5-star prison.
No. Yeah, I would go for the nice place in the world or whatever the other one was.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. I was gonna pick the 5-star prison, but I think after a week, I'd
You'd go crazy.
I'd be looking out the window, you guys playing across the border in Thailand, waving at me while I'm in my 5-star prison. Anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
So, whose turn is it now? I think it's yours.
Nick.
Yeah, I'll go. Okay. Where would you rather get stuck for 5 hours? A broken elevator or a broken ski lift?
How high's the ski lift up?
It's going to be probably, I don't know how high ski lifts actually go, probably like 150 feet or something.
See, Cuber is slick on his feet because he's really answering this like he made that question up. Like, oh, it's actually in the Alpines, which is 150 feet up.
I'm actually just looking at the picture attached to the question here.
Yeah, so ski lifts are normally pretty high. I would say an elevator.
Yeah.
Because on a ski lift, you could get really cold and your legs could fall asleep. And I've heard stories of people having sex on elevators while it's broken down. So, I mean, not all
In
hope
real
is
life,
lost.
though, you're just going to end up with like some nasty-looking old man who's like trying to get to the top of the building or something.
The lights are off,
So-
bro.
In a broken elevator?
Yes. How do you think...
That
If
doesn't-
an elevator
that doesn't-
can't move, it doesn't have power. So how does it have lights?
That doesn't change the fact that you're stuck in the elevator with a angry old man.
You
So
wouldn't
I'd
be
rather
saying
be
that at
on
the
the ski-
Playboy Mansion. Stuck on a two-story
If it-
elevator.
That would be a game changer, I think. I think I would pick the elevator if it was in the Playboy Mansion.
Y'all nasty.
How's that nasty? That's like a bunch of hot women stuck in the elevator. They probably got to take their shirts off or something because it's
Oh, God.
so
I don't
hot
know
in the
about all
elevator.
that. I don't know about all that.
He's all over
okay,
that.
I don't know about all that. So, okay, so all of us elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your turn, Gmo.
All right. Got to make it political.
Oh, God.
Would you rather be the kid of Yoko Ono and John Lennon?
Who the
or
fuck
Kim
is
Kar-
that?
The Beatles, dude.
Oh, gotcha. Go ahead, sorry.
Or Kim Kardashian and Kanye West?
So would I rather be the Beatles guy or Kim Kardashian?
No, the kid of them.
Oh, okay, so the kid of the Beatles or the kid of Kim Kardashian?
And Kanye West, yeah.
Okay, honestly, this question, I know what we're all going to say. I know we're all for being the Beatles kids, right?
Yeah.
Right, Nick?
No, actually,
Okay.
because
Game changer.
and I'll tell you why.
Tell
Because
us why.
I think John Lennon's dead, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and Yoko Ono is just a crazy person.
Yeah.
So Kanye and Kim Kardashian are just loaded. They got a shitload of money. So I'd rather be their kid, even if my name was
And
North.
you think John Lennon's broke?
He's dead.
Yeah, you get all his money.
Well, yeah, but I mean, does he have as much as Kanye and Kim Kardashian combined? Because Yoko Ono is just some bum that
They
he
could
married.
buy all of us and all of our families easily.
This-
It doesn't really matter at that point.
They ain't buying nobody over here. I don't give a fuck. Listen to me. So, I don't know if I could be okay being Kim Kardashian's son because that would mean my mom would have a sex tape on the internet.
Oh, God, yeah.
You're bored one day. I'm just saying you're bored one day. You know, curiosity kills the cat. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, you're watching a little tape with Ray J and Kim K. It's just not, it's not okay.
At the end of the day, though, that's your prerogative. You don't have to watch.
Oh,
the
would
video.
you though?
I mean,
Would you watch it? Out of
No.
curiosity, you would not check.
would-
You would not check.
I would probably, if it was actually my mom in a sex tape, I would probably see the title and be like, "Oh, okay, it's my mom's name there," and just be like, "Nope," and nope the fuck out of there.
Okay, you're a liar. Garrett, what about you?
I'm not.
About what?
If you were Kim Kardashian's son, right, and you were like 12, 13, 14, you had internet, and people at school are like, dude, your mom does it. Like,
I'm not even touching that.
you wouldn't even
That's
go
not going
online to check
anywhere.
it?
Nah, that's not going anywhere good.
I just feel like curiosity kills the cat sometimes. And it's not that I want to get off to it, but I would be curious, like, what was my mom thinking?
I don't think you're going to get into her deep psychology in a sex tape.
I don't know. You know,
Get
but
into deep other things on that sex tape.
you understand me? Uh, dang. So we'd all want to be, so John Lennon for Garrett, Kim K, and Kanye for Nick. And then for me, I will choose probably Kim K just because, I mean, that's a good lifestyle.
Remember, though, you're being monitored at all times. They have cameras in your house.
I don't give a.
Yeah, but your
is it?
crib as a baby is going to be an actual Ferrari.
Yeah, but see,
They're just gonna
you know nothing different. So a Ferrari is just like a Honda. You know, when you start elevating into riches like that, you're still at the same prerogative that you are when you're poor. I don't even know if I made prerogative up. I don't know if that was the right word, but like I'm talking about the same intent. Like for us, we dream of having Mercedes and BMW. To them, that's poor. You know, so there's really no difference in terms of being rich because when you're that rich, you're still poor in a way. You know, like I don't know how to describe it.
I think basically the choice comes down to, do you want a dead father and a crazy mother, or do you want a porn star mother and another crazy father?
A crazy father. That guy's crazy.
He is.
George, what did he say that one video?
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
And they're like, back to you. This is a tragedy. This is terrible. This is
So yeah, you can see buildings are knocked down.
Everyone's all panicking, and then like goes back to the newsroom guy, and he's like, thank you for joining us. It's a terrible disaster. Terrible. Oh wow. Okay. Is that it? Or I got one more. If you guys are done.
Go ahead.
Okay, the last one is: would you rather be rich or immortal?
Immortal.
Damn.
Would I, if I wanted to, would I be able to die at some point?
You guys are too much. I don't know. No, you're immortal. You don't die.
I can
will
tell
never,
you.
ever die.
No.
I'd rather be rich.
Yeah, me too.
I would say immortal because you could just spend like thousands of years being the richest person on Earth, because after a while you'll get to know how things work in the world so well that you can just make money. You don't.
True.
Like.
But picture this. Picture you watching your mom die, you watching your dad die, you watching me die, you watching Garrett die, you watching Garrett's kids die, you watching my kids die.
To me, that's okay as long as...
Dang! Okay, next! We need applications for new friends around here.
No, because like, if you watch someone have a happy life and they end and it's good, it's like a closed book, that's fine.
Yeah, but it never ends for
But
you,
your
though.
book never
You get
ends.
bored, right? There's only so much you can do in this life, and you never end it. That's the thing. You get bored.
I think if you live long enough, you get space travel, you probably get like a spaceship or
what
something.
What happens in 4 or 5 generations when the world ends and you literally are watching everyone die off from radiation poisoning?
It'll be fine. We'll all be on Mars or something, living.
No, don't lie. You're gonna take over Thailand.
To Ireland?
Thailand. Don't even summon Thomas right now. You know, if you say Ireland, Thomas is gonna pop in this call. Oh! Well, I think that concludes it. Is there anything you guys have to say in closing?
No, it's been good. Thanks for having us.
We learned a lot about each other.
I think we did too. Again, that application is on www. Hey, no, I never said that. I said I would be curious. But like Cuber said, we did learn a lot about each other, and we will be taking, or at least me will be taking, new friends at www.ineednewfriends.com. Thank you for joining us. You guys have been beautiful. Please stay beautiful. Like, comment, subscribe. Your boy Cebx, Gmo, and Q are out.
Have a good one.